Welcome to Thfc Till I Die, your home of Spurs, past, present, and a very, 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 very exciting future under the Ange Postecoglou super train that's busting through the rest of the Premier League. Anyway, how are we all this afternoon? And welcome to the show. With me, of course, I've got my two usual lovely ladies, Mia, the jewel in the Spurs community crown. She really is. She is one of the nicest people you're with, and also the one and only Her Majesty Queen Ellie Hoybier, who everyone should bow down to. But I don't bow down to queens because I'm Irish, so we don't recognise kings and queens in this country. So there you go. I'm just going to call you Ellie because I don't recognise queens or anything. I'm a Republican, but there you go. That's my own views on that subject. Mia, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
Me, I am honky-dory. I'm as happy as Kylian Mbappe going to Saudi Arabia with loads of money in his back pocket.
Joe, what? Joe, I can imagine. When you see the like the pictures of a guy with a big suitcase of money, all the money's falling out. That's going to be Mbappe. He's going to be going on the airplane with these big bags of money, like all falling out the suitcase.
He will. He certainly will. And Mia and Ellie, how are you this morning?
I'm really well, thank you. I've recovered from my accident with my cooker hood falling down off my kitchen wall. So I'm all recovered now, and I'm looking forward to today's show and what you've got planned for us, Dermot.
Yeah, pardon me. I'm just trying to get my camera spot on. It looks a bit wonky, but hang on, I will get there.
Are you sure it's you that's not wonky?
Yeah,
very funny, Mia. Very funny, Mia. Bloody hell. Right, shall we see who's in the chat? Let's see. We've got Carl Simpson. Good afternoon, guys. And hello, everyone in the chat. We've got Drula. Afternoon, the Three Musketeers. And afternoon to all who will join in the chat. We've got Hog God 10. Good afternoon, everyone. We've got Adrian Soccer. Good afternoon, all. We've got Wayne Bonner. Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you're all well and ready to watch our Irish ladies whoop some ass tomorrow. Yeah, we will go through that as well. Where you can watch it, who you can watch it with. Ellie, don't plug yet. We're plugging you. Don't worry. We'll plug you at the end. And whoop some ass tomorrow. Of course, we're going to whoop ass because Ireland's the best country in the world. And Greece and Cyprus a second. And look, very quickly before we go on, our thoughts go out to the people of Greece at the moment with all the wildfires and everything happening out there. So our thoughts and prayers go to everyone out there. Dragon D Nuts, big day. We've got Lisa from Mexico. Good morning, afternoon, all excited for the show. We've got David Clark. I think he's my nemesis, really. Look, David, I respect you, man. You're a Spurs fan of knowledge, a bit like our Godfather. But I don't agree with everything you say. But thank you for coming in. And nice to see you. Hi from Les. I hope everyone in the chat as well. Yeah, we're all great, everyone in this chat. We've got Ollie on the bus. Hi. No one can explain Scotsman
situation.
Yeah, well, we are going to get into that. I'm going to ask a question to the girls. We've got Neil Shafton. Big up, Neil. How are you doing, sir? It says, Durex USA woman Ellie reaping the LA Dodgers today. My local Rounders team, the Monopoly man, Mia. There you go.
That's funny.
Yeah, and I'm just an Irish Republican, but never mind. Mbappe's not a bad bit of money for you.
No one cares, Dermot. No one cares.
Yeah, no one cares about you being Monopoly man too, Mia. But there you go. Yeah. And as for you being an LA Dodger jam below, yeah, you dodge a lot, mate, Ellie. To be fair, right?
I've got my LA Dodgers hat on.
Yeah, all the LA. What was it? Yeah. Oh yeah, the LA. Yeah, I'm more for. I like baseball actually.
Yeah.
I did watch it once on
TV
cable once. And yeah, it confused the fuck out of me, but I did enjoy it. Mbappe's not a bad bit of money for a year, suspectable. Yeah, that's true. We've got Ollie saying, hi from Sweden. I wonder over the Scott Man situation. We are going to talk about that. We've got Paul Connor. Big up the panel. Big up Paul. We've got Wembley 1. Good afternoon, ladies and Dermot and the gentleman. Talking of Mbappe, on which planet did the laughable story that we were interested in signing him? I know. It is funny. John Fitzpatrick, big up my Irish brother. He says, quite simply, Levy out. But you can't say that, John. Me and Mia are part of the Levy in club, aren't we, Mia?
Yes.
Actual fan club as well. The Levy lovers, that's what we are.
Did you get the email this morning?
No, I didn't get that one, but I got one last night privately from Daniel himself, from Daniel Coys. Yeah.
Did you?
He had the coffee morning, didn't he?
Did he know how to spell Coys?
He did actually, yeah.
Did he? Yeah. Did he give any? He sent me an email talking about his bald head and how he keeps it so shiny. I'll tell you afterwards, Mira. It's a wonder thing. He actually uses a raccoon's ass to actually rub his hair.
I thought he shined it with all his notes. I thought he got some like shine and shined it with his £50 notes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Carl Simpson's gone to dinner with them and he's beaten a pair of us, but there you go. But big up, John Fitzpatrick. Hope you're doing well, sir. We've got Tom Thfc. Hi, everyone. We want Mia alive.
We want Mia alive. Who's kidding? Come on, Mia. You've got a dog for it out on you.
Yeah. Don't worry, Mia.
I'm a bit scared now.
Don't worry, Dermot will protect you.
Yeah, we'll call in the FBI and everyone to look after you, Mia. Daniel Lee, if that Mbappe deal goes through, football is heading down the dark path. It is for me. We've got Wembley 1 say a lot of CAs, wherever they mean. Derek Hutchinson, Kane, Højbjerg, Sanchez, Dyer, Davis out. Ooh, that's interesting. Anyone want to say what Derek's saying here, guys? Mia?
Here.
The second, third, and fourth, I agree. No. The first and second, no. Sanchez, Dyer, Davis out.
Ellie, I disagree with you, and I can disagree with you, and I will. It'd be the four of them, but keep Højbjerg. There you go.
Yes.
No, I tell you why. I'm getting to the point with the Harry Kane situation. We are going to go into it. There is a bit of news about. It's getting ridiculous now, guys. It really is getting ridiculous. I just want it dealt with, one or the other. We've got Adrian Sucker, 19 days until the new season starts and counting. Woohoo! Can't wait. Cannot wait. Can't wait for the new season to start.
So soon.
I know, guys. We can't wait. We've got Blue Jeans swatted Dodgers last night. All right. The Blue Jays swatted the Dodgers. Wembley won. What we're going to do. Well, anyway, the LA Dodgers are our American baseball team on this channel. Baseball is boring. You can watch for hours for someone to get a score. I don't know. It's quite fun on the Wii back in the day. Baseball on the
do you know what baseball is? It's like a really slow version of Rounders. True.
Yeah, it is. It is. But when I was at school, we had an American PE teacher. And we used to play baseball instead of Rounders. Mind you, she was quite hot as well. So that was teenage Dermot.
That's why you played it.
Oh, yeah.
Not because she was interested in the sport.
Oh, no. She was actually from Los Angeles as well. She was a cool PE teacher. We loved her. I think that, says Ollie. Well, Ollie's driving the bus, so we're all on the Ollie bus. Big up, Ollie. During the season, Dermot shaves his head. Oh no! If I did that, Carl,
At
I
least
think
if
we
you
are.
do that, you save on shampoo.
Joe, what he does, he looks in the mirror and he gets his picture of Daniel. He's like, "Oh, we're the same, Daniel," and he like kisses the picture.
Yeah, and he's also got Daniel's fine wall as well, where he goes and
now, look, this is. Can I just put here? I'm not a big fan of Daniel Levy.
He's got his blow up doll with his face on it. He takes the bed with him.
That's what you've got, Mia, plus Romero. No. So that's what you.
I've got Romero. I don't need no one else in my bed.
Oh no, that's not what I look. Can we just get off the Daniel Levy subject? I am straight, not a Daniel Levy lover. Thanks you two. You've really stitched me up like a gipper. Oh, I don't know what am I going to do, you two. Root, I know. Hang on, I've got to go. Speak to you in a minute.
All right.
Take over me.
Rooty 2, big up all my guests, is that Scott Munn had a restrictive clause in his Citigroup contract, which Levy thought he could ignore, not to start working for another club for a period of time. Take it over, Mia.
Yeah, I think that probably that is true because he was, I think, technically on gardening leave when we got him. So
he was.
Probably, I think that is probably what happened.
Plus, he was sending the wax for Dermot's head, wasn't he? He was getting that ordered.
True. We've got Derek saying, Levy out and Mia in. Yes, I would love to take over. I think I'd be pretty damn good. I'd say no nonsense. I'd have everyone sorted me. I'd be like getting all in the line and telling them what for. Gives their heads a wobble. In his latest interview, and raved about Udoji, Skip, and Saar. Yeah, he did actually, didn't he? He said Skip's part of his plans, and I'm glad that he picked up Udoji and Saar because I like both of them players. What about you, Ellie?
I love Udoji. I love Saar. Skip, he's sort of getting there, but he's not quite there yet.
I've got Skip news.
Got a lot to learn.
I got big Skip news today.
He's got his heart in the right place, though. He does play for the badge, I must admit.
Thank you very much for taking over, girls. Sorry. Look, who do you prefer, Mia? Did you say, what do you say about Ange raving about you, Destiny, Skip, and Saar? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that it's probably Skip's probably part of the plans because he is homegrown as well. Udoji, I really like Udoji myself. He's an absolute beast. And then I love Saar. I've been calling for Saar to get more time. If you watch my videos, I've been saying back when Conte was playing up, when we had Conte, why isn't he playing Saar? Why is he playing Skip and Ibe every week? I was saying it for so long, honestly. He needs more time.
Everyone should listen to Mia. Yeah, look, for me, look, Destiny had a good debut, actually scored a goal. Look, for me, I won't go into what Ange said about Skip, but he was quite look, all three should stay at Tottenham, and I agree with you, Mia. Saar should get more minutes. I really do. We've got Neil Shafton, baseball as well, and watch the LA Kings hockey, much more exciting. Or the Belfast Giant hockey's not as skilled but exciting. Okay, give hockey a try. Andrew Gogu, good afternoon, guys. Hope everyone is well. Yeah, we're grand. We are grand. We've got FTSM Colin. Big up, Colin. Look at you with the Irish Eagle there. Look at him. Yeah, you never beat the Irish. Right. Breaking news. Tottenham have offered PSG a 10p mix, a Mars bar, and an all-exclusive 3 days to play full Mapai. Yeah, they have. Also, I've heard on the flip side that they've offered Ellie as well as a Tottenham legacy person. As they wanted to call us in the Super League for the Americans, wanted to call us legacy fans. Stick your Super League up your ass. So what do you reckon, Ellie? Do you want to be a part of that deal for Mbappe to come to Spurs?
I'm going to be part of the deal that brings Højbjerg back from Atletico Madrid. I'm going to hijack the deal.
Are you?
Yeah, right. I'm getting in the middle.
We've got Ollie. I think Tottenham Hotspur are divided in different divisions, and the money from example profit from Constant never came to the football division. All run down in it. Look, we'll get into that as well. Daniel Lee, I had a bet before it went to extra time at 2 a.m. in the morning that kept going until 6 a.m. until someone hit a run.
That's cricket, isn't it?
No, that's rounders.
That rounders, bloody
baseball, yeah. Dermot was always telling the teacher they're playing shirts and skins.
Oh my God,
Carl, you're a fucker. You are a fecker. Rob Belcher. All this Kane talk will have an effect on the squad. Levy, it's decision time. Do you know what? Ellie, I'll start with you, Mia, and then go to you, Ellie. Look, it is decision time now, isn't it? Really, one way or the other. It's
absolutely. Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it will be. From what I'm hearing, it looks like Bayern are going to have another meeting and they're going to put 100 million euros. And I think we should just accept it, because if he doesn't want to sign a contract, let him go. Honestly, we can't keep hoping and hoping that he's going to sign another contract. It's too risky.
Ellie, what's your
just fed up with it all? Yeah, fed up with it all, and I want it all sorted. If you're staying, going. Or you're gonna stay with signing the contract, or stay for another year, and then we get zilch for you. Yeah. But let us know, for God's sake. Get your finger out, flipping hell.
Look, we could talk about Levy out and Levy this and Kane this, but there is actually more important things. And what David Clark puts up here is very true, actually. It says, I would just like to mention two professional footballers who passed away in the last 2 days. Trevor Francis, who we did mention at the start of the show yesterday and went through his career. And also someone that I didn't realise was Chris Bart Williams, 49, both associated with Nottingham Forest. Rest in peace. Yeah, that is
Bart Williams.
And we've got Neil Shafton said, rest in peace, the first $1 million man. Yeah, he was. There'll be Derek Hutchison, big up. We've got Brian Maguire. Remember them. Don't get him Phillips' bad side. No, I won't. Shamba, do you guys watch cricket?
No. I must.
My dad used to make me watch. Yeah, my dad used to make me watch it when I was a kid.
Mr. Brady does. The Godfather does. Look,
I like one-day tests. That's all. Yeah, I will watch them.
Yeah. We've got 61 in the house. We've only got 13 likes. Come on, folks. Hit that like button, will you?
Yeah, come on.
Big up Adrian Soccer. We've got, here we go. Shama supporting Tottenham from India. Big up, Shama. Big up. Great to see you in. We are looking to diversify THFC as a brand. So we're starting to go in sort of different directions for the new season. So, look, we may do a 1 day or 2020 cricket game. We may do for a laugh on our other channels. But yeah, we are. There's more about that at the end. But THFC is now becoming a bit of a sporting brand. And look, we might as well get that over with now. Yeah, in the next couple of weeks or so, you will see new sort of a brand of THFC sort of branching out into other aspects. Ellie, you are now head of. Hello, I've just lost that. Give me 2 minutes. You are now. Hang on, why has that gone that? There you go. Thank you. So I was talking to me on the monitor. You're now the head of THFC Ladies Till I Die. Me, I did change it, by the way, for what you said to me just before that.
Yeah.
So I have done that. Yeah, so you're the head of the ladies side on THFC.
Indeed.
We will go into that more later on in the show. Me and Philip are going to start a Grand Prix channel, THFC Grand Prix Till I Die. That is now going to be the Grand Prix side of this brand. And then, of course, you've got the main Tottenham news here and the football news, everything on THFC Till I Die. So we are expanding. Mia's going to come on as a permanent guest on our debate shows every Saturday. Ellie, of course, is on every Tuesday with Mia, of course, on Tuesday with us, and Friday as well.
Is he frozen?
Oh, he's frozen.
And also, I'm going to be covering old school Spurs as well, everybody. So all your Tottenham gold stuff, like from the 70s onwards, even the 60s, I'll be covering 60s, 70s, 80s. I'll cover the 1951 team as well, because they were fabulous, the push and run side. So if you want all your juicy newsy for all the old school stuff, I'm the one to come to, as well as the ladies. There you go.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Make sure go over and subscribe to Ellie. Otherwise, I will come and find you. You know the drill.
And vice versa. Go and find me at Spurs Between the Lines. Fantastic channel. Brilliant, brilliant content. Brilliant woman presenting it as well. There you go. We've lost Dermot. So you want to take over, Mia, then?
Yeah, Mia as chairperson means Romero gets a 20-year contract. LOL. Absolutely, they would. Do you know what? What he came out and said, I thought was actually pretty good. To be honest with you, I thought that he made. I think that he made himself very, very clear, didn't he, Romero? What he said.
Yeah, he's happy, isn't he? You know, and he's looking forward to this season as well. Come on.
That's right.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
no, I need a new computer, basically. It might start playing up every 5 minutes. No, so look, we are going to device into other sections. But Ellie, just very quickly, we'll go more into detail of your channel at the end. But you are going to cover all the World Cup, Women World Cup games, or you can watch alongs for the WSL. But we will go. Yeah, we will get into that at the end.
Yeah, we'll get into it later.
Yeah. Right, guys, let's crack on with it. Let's crack on with the show. Right, let me take that off. Big up. Neil, right, let's crack on. Now, this one, guys, up to Sanchez now. The latest news is that Tottenham and Spartak Moscow agreed on the 12 million plus add-ons for Davinson Sanchez. Deal depends on player. Still are waiting for his final decision. Mia, look, we all want him out, but why in all that's holy in this planet would you go to Russia to play your football? Especially under what's happening there now.
We obviously, without getting too political, it is a bit of a funny place for him to go anyway, because I believe they're not the greatest when it comes to players of different nationalities. Let's say they can be a little bit, they can be a little bit horrible, and I feel like that it wouldn't be a good place. Now, as a person, I don't want him to have to go through that. So if he says no, I wouldn't be that upset, because I think to myself, as a person, I kind of understand it, and we've got to sit from that perspective. But we have got other clubs that are interested in him. So I still think he will go, but I can understand if he doesn't go, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Ellie, look, where do you go with this for Sanchez? Look, we all want him out, Ellie, but look, would you go to Russia? And I know there's talk from Galatasaray as well, but this is the one that Tottenham seem to have agreed on. That's the best deal out there. Is it a case of now Tottenham trying to force him out the door?
Well, I actually put a statement out on Twitter as well. I just was quite honest about it, because if it was me as a player now, I wouldn't go there, because they're in a war with Ukraine as well, and it's going to be detrimental for his career, I believe, because he's going to be vilified by a lot of people for going there, because it's like a little bit of a support, if you know what I mean, for the Russian leagues. No, he should steer clear and probably pick a Spanish team or even a Turkish team to go to, you know. And I would, if I was him, I would choose the Spanish league. Nothing against the Turkish league or anything like that, but I think the Spanish league is a little bit more credibility there.
I think the Turkish league is a bit more competitive than the Spanish league. The Spanish league, 3 teams or 2 teams win the league every season. I think the Turkish. Look, I understand what you're saying, Ellie. That for football terms, the Spanish league probably is a bit more technically better. But from a footballer point of view, I think for more competition wise. But look, it's up to him. We can't tell him where to go. If he wants to go there, he wants to go there. Andrew Gregory, are you going to be covering the annual Tiddlywinks tournament? No.
No, not really. We'll give that one a miss.
Yeah, we will. We did ask Mia and Ellie to go down there to be our correspondents, but they resolutely said no. So there you go. Neil Shafton.
No, should we take what I actually said? I said to go and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Yeah, you did. She actually did say that. And she says, stick your tiddlywinks up your nose. Right. Better kebabs in Turkey, says Neil Shafton.
Yeah, true.
I want to say a big up also to Jack Williams. Big up, Jack. Hope you're doing well, sir. Big up. He says 100% Neil. And Okay, we'll leave that there.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to kind of say in a roundabout kind of way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Look, for me, Russia. For me, Russia is an unstable country as it is. If very quickly, if we want to go on to that, look, it's wrong what they're doing to Ukraine. We all agree in that. We all agree that Russia are the instigators here on a country that didn't deserve to be invaded. And fair play to them. A year later, they're sticking it to Russia. You have to give them credit where credit's due. But on sport should never get mixed in with politics. And I think it's very easily to get sport and politics are intertwined in some way, shape, or form. Any sports, you look at the cricket during the apartheid era in South Africa, you look at Formula One with the Russian links they had, you look at football with the Qatari World Cup. Politics and sport are intertwined a lot of times. But I think on this one, I think the whole world should unite, and any player that goes to play in the Russian league, should be banned from playing in Europe or playing for the country. I just think, but if Sanchez goes, he goes. But I think it's a wrong move and a wrong decision if he does take that. If he does, he'd probably just going for the money. Neil Shaft and Belarus and Russia are no go right now. Exactly. And Neil Shaft in Ukraine are tossing drones at Moscow. Yeah, and they're tossing them straight back again. One respect I did not like about Romero's, and yeah, we are going to get on to that, Daniel Lee. So I'm going to star that comment. Yeah. We've got David Clark. Cricket is a game for connoisseurs. You can take in a complication nuances of a complicated sport. Not everyone have it in there to understand the contents of this great game. Look, it's a bit like GAA over here, the football and the hurling. Nobody understands it, but it's brilliant to watch. And I don't mind. So go on.
I was just going to say, my brother Louis played for Middlesex County, so I know about cricket. I just don't like. I like playing it. I just don't like watching it. No. It's a bit too slow a sport for me.
I actually think that's a bit insulting, David Clark. You're trying to say we haven't got the intelligence to understand the nuances of a complicated sport. Well, I think I'll be able to understand it just fine. I've been watching it with my dad. However, I just choose not to like it. It's just not a sport.
For me, cricket is a game for my dad always called cricket a lazy man's game. Yeah. It is really. You're standing around all day scratching your balls, right? And then you chuck it. And then you hit your balls, and then you try to run up and down, and then you go into lunch for a couple of ham sandwiches and a glass of whatever. Then you play for a bit more. You go in for a cup of tea and go cheers, son, and then you go out and you finish.
And I don't even have to run that far between it's not even that far a run, is it?
If it was just say it was just a 1 day sport or a 3 day sport, you can take it. But some of the matches, they're very long and it's a slow sport. I know, I get your point. It's too boring to watch.
Yeah, golf and cricket are then two sports to play, but are boring to watch. They're really
absolutely. Right.
Big up, Jack, for the super chat.
To watch.
Big up, sir. Thank you so much for the super chat. Really kind of you. And it says, can't wait to get our club back once HK is out of the club. And look, it is true, guys, that it's starting to become Harry Kane FC instead of Tottenham Hotspur FC. Ellie, I hear you sighing. I know you don't agree with that.
Joe, what?
It's getting a bit like that, isn't it?
Joe, when me and Jack talk about it, we agree so much on this fact. Like me and him are we're so in agreement about this. We're just like, yes, like we completely agree. So yeah, I can't argue with it because obviously I agree with him completely.
Yeah, I agree with the all the crap that's going around and no decisions being made and we're being kept in the dark. I agree with that one, but I don't agree that we should sell our best player.
But if he doesn't want to sign, why keep him? We can't keep a player who doesn't want to sign.
Let me ask you this.
Hotspur, actually, we've got to bust our gut to keep him because every player loves to play football. Do you think if he stays at Spurs, he will give his all still because he is an ultimate professional. He loved playing football, you can tell.
So he'll go on a free. It's not the point. The point is we cannot allow him to go on a free, Ellie. And even if we get to a Champions League,
I was going to say something. I wouldn't want him just for a year. I want him to play for Spurs for the rest of his career. That's my own personal preference.
Yeah, right.
I love the player, but if he can go for a free next year, that's detrimental to our club. It is, because we could get 100 and 120 million for him. That's good for our pot, as long as we use it properly this time, because last time we didn't use it very well.
So let me ask you this then, Ellie, right? This is my opinion. It's always been my opinion. Look, I want Harry Kane to stay. We all want him to stay, right? But if he doesn't want to sign a contract, do you run the risk? Do you risk it, Ellie, to take him to January where he say, do you know what? I still don't want to be here, and let him sign for something free? Or do you sell him now? So if you had a choice between selling them now or going on the free, out of the two, what would you pick? If he doesn't want to sign the contract.
Yeah, we'd have to sell him, wouldn't we? I'm not stupid.
I never said you were, Ellie, but...
No, I'm not saying you're calling me stupid. I'm saying that I'm not stupid, right? I obviously make the money, because at least you've got something at the end of the day, and you can use that to get some players in that will make us better. You know, like Mia said, I heard her say, which is a very good point as well, which I like to add on Mia's behalf, is that Ange Postecoglou, he likes every player scoring. He doesn't just want one player scoring the most. He wants everybody to chip in. So if we buy those type of players, like we've got Maddison already, he will chip in 15 easily. All right, and we've got Solomon. He'll chip in 5 or 6 easily. So
he only scored 3. Ellie only scored 3 goals last season.
Yeah, but remember, he was playing a big part in that Fulham side. He wasn't a first teamer all the time, so he was coming off the bench a lot of the time. So if he does come off the bench, right, obviously we want him to score. But if he doesn't, he's still a good player. He's still a good player.
But look, with the Harry Kane thing and the argument Mia's saying, look, I understand the Mia's argument when she says everyone will score. I get that, because we watched Celtic a lot. Me and Philip watched Celtic a lot last season, and it was like that. But you're not guaranteed that. So do you still need a striker that will get you 25 to 30, 25 goals a season? Hang on. Do you still need that, or are you that confident, Mia, that the likes of Richarlison and all them will step up, and the Sonny will step up to take to share the load of a Harry Kane 25 goal man this season? Or do you think we still need that with the rest of them chipping in?
I think we need a goals. Maybe get another, like someone, like I said, a youngster who can rotate with Richarlison, who will add to the goals. But we're never going to find, I don't think we're going to find somebody with that many goals in them, because there's not many of them around. So the fact we've not got many of them, we are going to just play a different way. We're not going to play the way we normally play, or we have been playing. So it's just going to be a different way of playing, that's all. And we still will get goals, absolutely, because we've brought in a few more players that score goals. If we bring in someone else that score goals, that's an added goal tally of a little bit more, right? I feel like I don't know why anyone's really panicking about it, because I think if we get defenders, we're going to concede less goals as well.
Yeah.
Jack Williams, big up for the other super chat as well. Really, really kind of you, and I we all appreciate it. So thank you so much, Ellie. He has already said he won't sign the summer. The club has to sell him. 80 million would do just to get him out. We are Tottenham Hotspur FC, not Harry Kane FC. Just go as soon as possible, not for free. Look, I want to spin the head on this, right? And then I do. There is more about Harry Kane news, and I really wanted to keep this later, but we might as well bring it up now. It's look, before I bring up the Harry Kane news and what the latest in that is, and then we can go back over, because there's other news as well. Look, Ellie, 80 million plus add-ons. What's your, and then I go to you afterwards as well, Mia. What's your price where you would turn around and say, do you know what? Okay, fine, you can have Kane. What's your price limit?
I think about 100 million would be the bar for Harry Kane.
Now, hang on, does that mean 100 million up front or 90 million or 85 million plus add-ons? How do you want it structured?
No, I think 100 million up front. I think that he's worth that because he's going to guarantee you at least 20 to 30 goals per season.
He's worth that to us, but he's not worth that to them. You've got to understand he's 30 years old with a year left on his contract, Eddie. We're not going to get 100 million for the boy. Like, you've got to understand we're not going to. And now he's not going to sign a contract. We can't. We've basically been left in a situation because he doesn't want to sign, and everybody knows that. At the end of the day, they're going to offer less because they're going to know that.
We're good at playing hardball at Spurs, so I'm sure Levy will get near to that mark as possible, even if he doesn't get the 100 mil. That's what I said I would like, not what we will get. But I reckon we'll probably settle for about 85 to 90.
Look, for me, 80 million plus add-ons, I think, but that will bring it up to the round park figure of 100 million, I think will be what will go. No one's going to pay 100 million up front for Harry Kane. He is 30 years old. He's got a year left in his contract. So you're looking at 80 million. We could have got that 3 years ago when he was supposed to be going to when he was supposed to be going to Man City. And the other thing as well, Ellie, you said earlier, and I want to pick up on this point, that you said Harry Kane would give his all. But for them 3 matches or them first, as long as the Garden Gnome was there, Harry Kane packed up. He down tools like the rest of the team did. So, and he didn't play well in the first game against West Ham. You could put that down. He's just back off holiday, pre-season training. That you can all have to take all that into account. But has Harry's head been turned with this Bayern Munich news, Ellie? And will that have an effect on him and the Spurs camp?
It all depends if he stays as well, doesn't it? If he stays and he does the same, I do agree with you about that period. There's 3 or 4 games where he didn't look like his head was in the game, right? But after that, he did buck up his ideas and he did play. But it was one of his worst seasons, really, because I think he only scored 17 goals that season, if I'm correct. Yeah, so, yeah. But I just feel maybe he just felt hard done by the club because he did really want to go, didn't he? Everybody knew that he wanted to go to Man City. Yeah, so
yeah.
Loyal Harry wanted to go, but the one that doesn't want to go win trophies.
You can be loyal.
You can't have it both ways.
Like me, right? I was a footballer, right? So I would play for Spurs out of my skin, right? And if another club came in for me, if I didn't think my club were pulling towards winning things, I would have my head turned as well. But that doesn't mean I don't love my club.
He wants to go and win. He wanted to go and win stuff. My point is that everybody
said he loves the club, but obviously he had his head turned. It doesn't mean he's fallen out in love with Spurs.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying everybody says how loyal he is to Tottenham and how he should stay and win something with us and blah blah. But he wanted to go to City because he obviously wants to win the big trophies. Clearly, he does.
Yeah. So that's only 1 year out of 9 years. Well, no, he's been here since he was 12 years old. So he has been very loyal to our club. Yeah. So he's probably one of the most loyal players we've had on our books for a while.
No, Sonny is. Sonny came out as soon as there was rumours, he come out. When things were going wrong with Nuno, he signed another contract. Actually, I would say that Sonny is more loyal than what Kane is.
Yeah, but then he didn't start his career with Spurs.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about how long, about how loyal you are. You can be loyal in a very, you can be 100% loyal.
Spurs are his club, Mia. Spurs are his club. He loves Spurs. He does. That's why he stayed with us for so long, and we haven't let him down. We've let him down by not.
We haven't let him down. He's also let us down because he's been in those finals, those semi-finals, and he hasn't turned up any. So it's not all hard done by Harry Kane. I'm sorry, but it's not.
I get your point. I get your point. But what I said on the Irish Hotspur, and David agreed with me as well. I said we have let him down by not buying the type of players to his level. You know. Now
had those players. Poch had the best team in ages that we had, and he had those players around him. Yet the whole team did not win anything. So he isn't. He is part of that let us down. He had that opportunity.
It was four or five of them.
We had Ericsson. We've had
players like Man City have got.
Hang on, just one if you talk at a time.
On the level.
Yeah, Ellie, just hang on. Just you're over speaking each other, and Mia's trying to spread in. So just try to speak at one time. So right, Ellie. So go on, Mia. You start, and then Ellie, you finish off your point because you're over speaking.
We had Alderweireld and Vertonghen. We had Danny Rose. We had Carl Walker. We had Ericsson. We had Dele Alli. We had some fantastic players. Do not tell me that we did not have great players in that opportunity. And Sonny, when Kane, all of them could have won something, and they did not. Kane is not as hard done by as what people like to make out. Just saying.
Right. Okay. Look. Ellie, do you want to finish off what you were saying?
Yeah, like I said, right. So I'm not talking about just that period. I'm talking about after as well, where we didn't back the managers and we didn't bring in the players to give him that extra push. I know he could have got us over the line. Obviously, yeah, he's a big star player. He should have got us over the line. I agree with you on that, Mia, that we should have won things. Right, football's a team game at the end of the day, but he is our talisman, right? And he could have turned up for those finals and won us the finals. I agree with you on that point. But what I'm saying, there's certain players in that team. Yes, they were fantastic, but soon after that period, that's the period I'm talking about, where we could have pushed on and made ourselves even better. That's where we could have pushed on and maybe won a cup or two. But we were a bit unlucky to not win a cup. You must admit we were very unlucky.
So if we're unlucky, that means that we haven't done nothing. We haven't treated Kane badly because it's all a little bit unlucky. So Kane isn't that hard done by. Hence
I'm
my
not saying we treated him badly all the time. There were certain periods in the club's history where we could have pushed on and made a better team for him, brought in better players at the peak times. We sold a lot of them, remember? We sold a lot of them, and then we didn't replace them.
Look, it's this Kane thing is a very big divide in, a very big divide in the fan base. Look, for me personally, very big up top, Josh. If it is who I think it is, can you Twitter me if it is, and then we'll get you.
Isn't it, Top Josh?
I don't know, but if you are, find us on THFC 1882 on Twitter. Tweeting me that, DM me there, and we'll sort something out. I think it is, but I think it might be somebody else as well. But big up, Top Josh. How can fans today, David Clark is saying, totally underestimate Harry Kane's importance to this football club? Poch had a good team, but never aside of the level of our opponents. Derek says, first film in Levy cinema will be the Kane saga. Look, I am sick to death of this cinema and how's this thing. It was part of the contract to build the stadium. They had to put it in there to regenerate the area. It wasn't just an ENIAC and Levy thing. I am pissed off to the back teeth of all of that. I'm not having to go at you, Derek Hutchinson. But it was part of the contract to build the stadium. And there's no cinema yet. So I don't know where that cinema is actually, where that is. Lucas said 3 finals with no goal scored. That's true. FT Ollie, they are talking about a situation within the club. It's up to them what they talk about. Be patient and they will move on once it's over. I know Ollie's getting. Continue with the next content, please. Look, Ollie, you don't like what we're talking about. We are going to talk about stuff else. It got moved up the ladder where it was going to be put down to last. We are doing it. So look, we are doing it. Adrian Sucker, Kane is not signing a contract, so wait and see if Levy chooses to sell or keep. Steve D, big up, Steve D. Haven't seen you for a while, sir. Said no one underappreciates Kane, but he wants to go, so let's cash in while we can. The best out of a bad situation. Simples. Yeah, I think so. I do. Spurs have a long-standing history of buying one of superstar players, but never surrounding them with true quality, allowing the club to push on to complete. And then we've got Daniel Lee. Can anyone actually mention a clear-cut opportunity someone created for him in the final? People quick to blame it on Kane in them finals without realising creating nothing in them in games. Look, for me, Harry Kane should not have played the Champions League final. He was injured. It should have been more. The League Cup finals, where was the League Cup final when they played against Man City, when Mason took Tottenham sacked Mourinho? Look, the club have made mistakes. The players have made mistakes. Yeah. Everyone's to blame.
Of course.
But Harry Kane is our talisman. He's the big man. Them big players drag teams over the line. They
Ronaldo,
do that.
Messi, they do it. That's what big players do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I wanted to add to that? Every final we played that we lost, we played the really top side. We didn't play any weakened side. I know you've got to beat who you play, but if you're facing Man City, Liverpool, and Man United, they're three top sides, and they're used to winning trophies.
So
it doesn't mean we couldn't have won it. Still, we couldn't.
So that means that basically we weren't that hard. So we haven't done hard done. So that's my whole point. Is Kane isn't hard done by them because we had those opportunities. It just so happens a lot of different factors have gone wrong, and he has had over the years, Ellie. He's had those opportunities over the years to do so, and he hasn't done it along with the rest of the team.
I agree, but our team wasn't at that level of Liverpool or Man United or Man City. You could see it in the fight. The only one we really, really competed in was the Man United one, I would say. And then the other one was Chelsea, wasn't it? Yeah. In that final.
Just two more, and then we will quickly go through the Harry Kane news, and then we will continue on. I want to say big up to Michael McDonald. Good afternoon, peeps. Michael, you haven't emailed me, sir. Email me, we'll get you on a debate show, hopefully this weekend, with myself, Philip, Mir, and you, and we can talk all things football. Derek Hutchison, Harry has done his bit for Spurs. Let him go. Yeah, I agree. Paul Connor, Champions League final. We had beaten Liverpool in the league that season, so why couldn't we do that in the Champions League final? Yep. Dodgy ref, and we played an unfit. Hang on, and then we played an unfit Harry Kane instead of a fit Moore, who actually got us to the final.
But that's the point, isn't it? That's my whole point of the fact that we've had those opportunities and it hasn't necessarily been a hard done by, we've done bad by Harry Kane, because we did beat them in the league. So we could have done it. We did have a good enough team and we just didn't do the right things. And that's down to the manager. That's down to lots of different factors, players, owners. No, there's many factors.
Look, I'm sick to death of this Harry Kane situation. I just want it dealt with one way or the other. We've got hierarchy. When Daniel Levy wasn't allowing Kane to leave 2 years ago, everyone said Kane is being treated unfairly, which he wasn't. He's under contract at Tottenham Hotspur. It's Tottenham Hotspur's prerogative, and they hold all the cords. So do you know what I mean? It's down to them, and again, it's down to Tottenham Hotspur. And Harry Kane holds some of the cards now because a year left in his contract. But up to January, Tottenham Hotspur hold all the cards. So this is going to be really interesting. Kane has been, if anyone deserves to move, it's Kane. Now get rid. He can be replaced. We've got Steve D. Dermot, I've not been on much lately. Once the season starts, I can fully engage in the music again. Steve, it's great to see you back on. It really is. We have missed you, sir. Brian Maguire, great show. Thank you so much, Brian. You're very kind. And everyone, please pick up your memberships. They're only $2.99 and $4.99. Cheaper than Netflix. Cheaper than Netflix, Paramount Plus, Disney Plus. All that, you get more for your buck. You get the Mir, Ellie, big debates. You get me and Philip with our podcast. You get more shows here than you do on Disney Plus. And it's only $2 or $4.99 a month. And once you become a channel member, we are going to do member-only podcasts. We are going to do member-only fan shows as well. Ellie will be doing some stuff as a joint stream on both channels, as well as doing joint streams with Mia as well. with her members as well, and we're going to do stuff in the season. We are going to do a members only show. Myself, Mia, and Philip. It's every Sunday. It's a Premier League review where Mia, and Philip Brady pick our Premier League 11 of that Premier League weekend, and we'll be inviting guests on. Ellie will be coming on, and members as well. This is when you get involved. We'll be inviting a member on every week to that show for you to have your say, and also we'll be inviting a member on once a week onto the debate shows as well and the podcast to join us to have your say, and we'll want to get you more involved in the channel this season. So please do pick up your membership. It really is. You're going to get a lot out of it, and we are going to change them around, rename them, rebrand them as the season goes on. But please do that. Big up for you on Spurs. I do think Kane needs to come out and just say how it is. Yeah, I do. Michael, is it okay to swear? Yeah, it's after 9 o'clock, Mick, so you can. Yeah, that is not a problem. Daniel E. We lost the last 3 matches to Liverpool that season, and DJ Samuel says everyone's got their own opinions. Exactly.
Yeah, that's what football's about.
Very quickly, now I'll very quickly go through the Harry Kane news. I want to get this out of the way. Harry Kane news: Sky in Germany, Bayern Munich want Daniel Levy talk to finalise Harry Kane move. Sky in Germany reporter Florian Pettenberg. I wonder if that's the fella that Philip Brady DM'd on Facebook. Must ask him when
another guy.
All right, it'll probably be reporting him now. That Bayern Munich want to sit down with Daniel Levy to talk and finalise the transfer offer of Harry Kane. And then the Bayern Munich president breaks silence on the Harry Kane's Tottenham future and then transfer dispute. And he said, I think that here in the Bundesliga, we don't have many international stars anymore. He said via transfer guru Fabrizio Romero. He said attractive players, England captain, top scorer, would do us and the Bundesliga good. So there you go, guys. That is the Harry Kane news. Look, any breaks, we will bring it to you first. Now, let's go and start with this now. Romero, Mia, you're a sweetheart. You're a darling. The Argentinian bulldog. The man that Mia has down in his dungeon with Colin as well. And that apparently Colin was telling me last night they were playing poker with you. Now, they were playing strip poker. Can you confirm or deny this what was going on in your...
wish to deny nor confirm it. So I've spoken to my lawyers.
Can I? Oh, geez. Well, there you go. Anyway, Mia, he says Tottenham Hotspur defender Chris Romero has spoken out about his future with the club, expressing his desire to stay and have his best years with the North London side. He said, I am the first to hold my hands up and say it wasn't the best season. But when I got offers from other clubs to move away for this coming season, I said no, because I want to have my best years here. Look, Mia, we all know you're a massive Romero fan. Is it nice to hear players committing themselves to Tottenham Hotspur for the forthcoming season?
Yeah, that's what you call loyalty, right? That's loyalty, is when you commit yourself and say, this is what's gone on. I hold my hands up. It didn't go right. However, I've got offers, but guess what? I'm not committed. I'm committed. So.
Can I just say Colin wasn't there? Sorry, I got that wrong. Colin says you weren't supposed to say it live. I'm going to get whipped now. No, Colin wasn't there. It was just me and Romero. Sorry, I read the text wrong. Sorry, Romero sent it to me at 2:00 this morning. There you go. You, Ellie, is it great to hear a player being committed to the club?
Yeah, of course, because it shows that he likes being at the club. He likes the camaraderie. I've seen them all in training. They're really good friends, and he's happy. And it's nice when a player's happy, because you get really good football out of them when they're happy with their teammates as well. I think he'll be happier though, Mia, when he's got those 2 centre backs by him. I think you'll even be more happy, and you'll see him more times in your dungeon. I think he'll be coming to see you more often, because he'll be even happier.
Yeah, no, of course, he definitely obviously wants the backup, but he held his
involved.
No. At least he did hold his hands up as well and say that he had a bad season. So he's not trying to deny what happened.
I tell you one thing though, he's come out. At least that shows he's got gumption, and he can take responsibility for his failings of last season. Look, so that's Romero. Happy to stay. Brilliant news. Over the moon with that. Now, guys, takeover at Spurs. That rumor keeps going, and Ellie will be doing the jig down below. She'll be going, yeah. Look at that. She's already getting ready to get ready to do a Tottenham jig. Right. Tottenham takeover news as Manchester United saga continues after claims that Qatari businessman Sheikh Jazam bin Hamad Al Thani. That is a mouthful. Try and say that when you're drunk.
No, don't try it.
Yeah, could look to make a move for Spurs if he's unsuccessful. It also emerged that Daniel Levy and PSG president Nasser Al Khelaifi maintained regular exchanges after it emerged earlier this year that Qatari sports investments are to be keen on investing. Ellie, look, what do you think about it? Are we all seeing what's going to happen with the Man United takeover, or is what do you think will happen? Do you think if the Glazers go with not the Qataris, that the Qataris could look at Spurs, or I know they're possibly looking at West Ham as well?
Yeah, I think they'll try, but I don't think Daniel Levy wants to sell, does he? That's the problem. He's not going to sell, so they can try all they like. I think he's going to stick his heels in and stay at Spurs because there's so many lucrative offers. Like he's got the go-karts coming, and he's got concerts going left, right, and centre. He's got the hotel to build. He's got the cinema to build. There's so many things going on at Spurs. I don't think they would want to sell the club. But if they do, I think I like the Liberty Media to take us over because they like what you said about their track record with Formula One. And you know your Formula One, Dermot, and you know how good they are at promoting the sport. And I heard Philip say about the Ticketmaster deal that they've already run that, don't they? So they're already sort of set up to take over at Spurs as well. And they would do a good job, I reckon. Yeah.
Mia, look, we all want Spurs. We all want the best for Spurs, don't we? We all want the best for Spurs, but is it sometimes better the devil you do than you don't, if you know what I mean? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
When it comes to this, and look, what would you like? I mean, if the Qataris came in, look, I'm very much against any Middle Eastern owners because of the human rights atrocities that most of the Middle Eastern countries do. Let's be fair. I would rather have Levy and Enoch than the Qataris in. Are you on that boat? Or are you on the boat? Look, I just want anyone but Levy. I know you don't go on to that sort of thing, Mia, but where's your antenna telling you? What are you thinking?
Joe, what I'm wondering, would people be satisfied if someone come in and put an investment into the club? If they then invested, because they could then possibly put money into the club. I wonder if that would be something that maybe Levy would do, as like, and not selling completely, but still having somebody to invest. I wonder if that might be what's more going on than anything. I'm always a bit wary about who's going to come in. Are they going to do what's right by Tottenham? And that's my biggest thing. I just want whoever's going to do right by Tottenham. And that for me, if it is someone that's going to come in and be decent, of course I want that. But for now, and I don't know who they are and I won't know what their ideas are when they come into the club. We won't know until they do it. And that's the problem, isn't it? Because it could come in and they could be worse. They could be better, but they also could be worse. So that's where I'm a little bit cautious sometimes about that, whether someone will come in and do really what's best by Tottenham. I know that people are going to say, well, Levy's not doing best by Tottenham now, but we could have somebody who comes in and does a lot worse. That's the problem, isn't it?
Look, for me, I don't care what, and this is my own opinion. I really don't care what anyone says to me, or if any of the people from Levy out attack me. I really don't give a shit. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say my opinion, how I feel. I think if it wasn't for the Harry Kane situation, and we got 2 centre backs in, and we've got the players we've got in, you got to give Daniel Levy credit for this transfer window. So far, it's been good. Now, once we get the centre backs in, nobody can complain we haven't backed Ange this summer. We got Madison in very quickly. We've got Solomon in very quickly. We know we've got to get players out to get players in.
We've got the goalie as well.
We've got the goalie as well.
Yeah.
I think it hasn't been a bad window. Now, I'm going to get criticised for saying that, and I don't give a shit. It's my opinion. And look, you can, if everyone that wants Levy out, that's your own opinion, and I respect that opinion. But if you are looking to want everyone else in bar Levy, be careful what you wish for. Be very careful what you wish for.
Do you know what Kate just said here, right, is that I want anybody but Levy. I want success. Well, you can't guarantee that someone else will come in and give you that success. That's the problem, Kate. And we don't know that. They could be the Glazers. They could do exactly what Levy and Enoch are doing, but take dividends out. You don't know that. That's the problem, isn't it? We can't say that a new owner will guarantee success. But if they come in and invest and they will put money towards the club to get better, is that not better? Because then you know you're going to get that investment in a way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, she says here, but it hasn't been good. It's been mediocre. No, I don't agree with that. But we need 2 minimum setbacks. Yes, we do, including Longley, for it to be a decent window. I'm sorry. I think it's been a good window, and I respect your opinion, and I understand where you're coming from, but I disagree respectively, because I think it's been a good window. Ellie, has it been a mediocre window, good window? Where are you standing on this?
Offensively, good. Obviously, the defence needs shoring up, because we've got to close our back door. We have to, because if we don't, I wouldn't say it was mediocre. What I would say is just on the level, like last season's one, on the level, 5 or 6 out of 10. But if we get those centre backs, and they're really good, solid centre backs as well, who will take us to a little bit of a higher level and also shore up our defence, then I would give it 8 or 9 out of 10. But we have to get those in, though.
And you know my views on this, Ellie, privately as well as publicly. I'm very down the middle with this. You know, I've always been no one way or the other. You know that. I've never hid from that. I've always been on the Levy thing. I've been always in or the other, and I respect everyone's opinion. But I have my own opinion. I just wish. Look, do you want to respond to that, Ellie? Sorry.
I don't want the transfer window to be Levy led. I want it to be, do you actually feel that it's a good window? Yeah. Like, I'm giving it 5 or 6 out of 10 at the moment. But if we get those centre backs, because when we didn't get them last year.
Yeah, but Ellie, I'll just say on here, Kate says 5 out of 10 is average, aka mediocre. Ellie, what do you say to Kate?
Yeah, well, 5 or 6 is average, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. But if you take Madison in his own entirety, and then you get the centre backs in, then it'll propel it to an 8 or 9. Because you can't say 8 or 9 with Madison, because we haven't shored up our defence, and defences win leagues. And also that it makes it more exciting for the supporters, because if you're not leaking goals, you're not swearing under your breath every 5 minutes because you've let a goal in, because your defence is pretty poor, you know.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look, what percentage? I don't think they do on the percentage, actually, to be fair.
What I would say is as well is that I kind of see where Ellie's coming from. So if we get these centre backs, we've got to understand that Ange has had a big soundness, and we need to separate sometimes with the whole Daniel Levy thing from the window. Do you know what I'm saying? As in, if we can actually say we've got the 2 centre backs and they're decent centre backs, and what with the other signings, we'll say, yeah, it has been a fairly good window. We don't have to bring in the whole but Daniel Levy part. You know, like I feel like that we can separate it and say we don't agree with some of the ways that he runs the club, some of the stuff he does. But if he gives him what he wants, and it looks like he is trying to give Ange what he wants, not saying he's done it 100%. I'm not saying that yet. But if he does, then we can't really knock him because Ange has then got what he wanted, right?
Mm.
And it is going to take time. It isn't going to all be done in one window.
Look, for me, I think everyone's entitled to their opinion. Either you're Levy in, Levy out, or Levy in the middle, who wants to have a balanced argument. But I will bring up everyone's opinion on this channel. We always have done, we always will do. But my opinion is I'm down the middle. Ellie knows my opinion, don't you? You know where I stand in this.
I know.
And I know where you stand in it. And I've always respected your opinion.
Yeah.
But some people just don't listen to other people's opinion. But there you go. Kate says, but it hasn't been good. It's been mediocre so far. Oh, yeah, I read that one. Sorry. Hog God 10 says, Dermot, I'm concerned we haven't bought in centre backs and a DM that should be on tour of the bedding with our team. I've been told that because the team's all away in pre-season, it's very hard to get transfers done because all over the world. Once these clubs start coming back to their home bases, I think you might see more and more transfers being done. But there is a few in the works, so I've been told. So that's the latest I'm hearing. Daniel Lee, I'm sorry, Levy does not come out of this looking good. He's messed around with her windows, leaving us unprepared in defence. His handling of the Kane situation is joke. Yeah, we are going to have a show on that. And then she says, people have been saying for years, Carl, we should have had centre backs in 3 or 4 years ago. It's a joke. Everyone's entitled to their opinion, as they say.
I think that with the when we had Conte, it was a case of he was very stubborn about who he wanted, and those centre backs did not want to come to us. But we should definitely have done better with the centre backs. Nobody's denying that. I don't think. I think we all understand the situation.
Okay, I've got 2 bits of breaking news. PSG President Al Khalifi has reportedly employed the super agent Pini Zahavi to help broker the deal for Kane, and Spurs are hoping to bring down Bayern Leverkusen's 50 million asking price for Edmund Tabsoba. Meanwhile, a 40 million deal with Mickey van de Ven is currently more advanced. So there you go. You want centre backs? That's the latest I'm hearing. So
I think we're going to go for Nelson as well, aren't we? We're looking at that one as well.
Yeah. Paul Connor said, I don't believe that Dermot, as Villa, Fulham clubs around us are doing transfers. We can't enter via play. Well, I've just told you what's happening. So let's go on from that now. Tomorrow. Where are we going? Pre-season, guys. Of course, we are Tottenham. This is the latest injury news as 8 missed the Lion City Sailor Boys with Tonge, Dombele, Update and Blow. Now, these are the players that are out. It's Alfie Whiteman, who's now gone back to England, I think. Dombele and Dane Scarlett. Recovering at Hotspur away. Bentancur, Fraser Foster, Brian Hill, Troy Parrott and Ryan Segerson. Guys, just going to bring up the team. So just give me 2 minutes. Just Mia, do you want to see if you think that could be the team tomorrow?
Yeah, Vicario, Porro, Romero, Davies, Shidoji, Højbjerg, Bissouma, Kulusevski, Maddison, Son and Kane. That's quite a good team, actually.
Joe, did you hear what he said, though? He said, don't read too much into the teams that I put out. He did say that they don't actually mean anything.
He's testing, isn't he? He's looking at different combinations, because football, if you get good combinations within a team and they work, it really does bode well for the team for the season, because he'll see how they work together, right? And, communication as well is important in football, how they're all communicating with one another. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. It's about working out who works best together.
Yeah,
obviously, especially with, like, say, the midfield, you want to be able to get it so it clicks. The front three, you want it to click. That's the thing. And I think he's just mixing it up and keep kind of changing it about to see what works.
Yeah.
So look, this is the team for tomorrow. Look, very quickly, guys, what is your score prediction for tomorrow? You can watch it. I'll give you the details now. Where is it now? I'll give you the details now. The kickoff is 12:30 tomorrow, of course. It's at the Singapore National Stadium. And, of course, it's only live on Spurs Play. The only doubt for the game, of course, is Dean Scarlett. So, guys, look, for tomorrow, what's your score predictions, Mia? And I'll put your... I will put your link in the chat. And do you want to give your channel a big plug there? If I save the link, no, I don't want to save it there.
So if you want my score prediction, you have to go and watch the video I've done with the Godfather over at my channel, and I will give you that will tell you what the score prediction is. I'm not going to reveal it, so you have to go and watch that video. And it was a real pleasure also to do the video with Philip today. The Irish Tom Jones, I very much enjoyed that. It was good fun.
And there's your channel there, Mia. Everyone, Spurs Between the Lines. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, if you want to come over and subscribe, then go and do so. I do lots of different. Oh, bless you. Sorry, that was a very loud sneeze. I do different content. I do every morning. I do transfers. I do lives. I do collaborations, and you also can catch me on here and other places as well to hear all my opinions. So yeah, go over and give me a subscribe if you'd like.
Well done.
You're on mute. I think he doesn't realise he's muted.
Yeah, no, I do know I'm on mute. And so everyone get over there. Ellie, this is your new channel. I know it's a big long-winded. I've done it twice by accident. Did it twice by accident. But it's Thfc Ladies Till I Die. Do you want to tell people about this channel? It is a sister channel of here. Please tell everyone what you're going to do and what's coming up.
Well, it's all in the clue there. Thfc Ladies. So I'll be covering the ladies. They kick off on the 1st of October, actually, against Chelsea. So I'll be covering the ladies this season. We're playing at White Hart Lane. My emails worked. I put pressure on Spurs. Not just my emails. Her game too helped as well, you know, to push the game at White Hart Lane. So I'm really looking forward to that. And then I do my World Cup weeklies as well, where I've covered 6 teams so far, featured 6 of the big hitters. But I'm going to be doing some more big hitters because there's a few more teams to do. As the tournament progresses, I'm going to be doing watch-alongs as well. We've already done one for Ireland's game against Australia. That was fabulous. And we're going to do one on tomorrow for Ireland, and we're going to do another one for England on Friday. So all tune in. And then what I was discussing with you, Dermot, about doing a little mini channel, a side thing where I'm going to be covering older Spurs things, like an Ellie Gold section, you know, like 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and cover that period in our glorious history. There you go. That's it in a nutshell.
So everyone, please get over to Thfc Ladies Till I Die, and you will get. And everyone, please get over to Spurs Between the Lines as well. 2 great channels and 2 lovely people to work with as well. So big up Mia and Ellie. Just very quick, we've got Derek Hutchinson Spurs to win 2-0, 7-0. We've got 2-0 to the Pirate people. The actually last game they won 7-0. By the way, that was their last win. Carl Simpson's going for 6-1. Look, it's been a great show again. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Me and Philip are back tomorrow, of course, on Newsbeat at 4. We are also going to start off our new channel. I don't know if it's this weekend or after the summer break. Thfc Grand Prix Till I Die, where we're covering all Formula One from news, and we're going to bring Philip to become a Formula One fan, and we're doing other bits and pieces on there as well. But we're back here tomorrow, of course, with the watch along at 12:10. The watch along for the ladies' Irish side is over on Ellie's channel tomorrow at Thfc Ladies Till I Die. So everyone, please go over there and give that a subscription. Give a sub as well to Mia's channel as well. Whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your day. Just very quickly before we go, where is he? I would just like to say, this is Romero when he hears Mia coming through the front door.
He does that, by the way. He's going to get so excited.
I'd
Yeah,
always
he's so
be great.
excited to meet Mia.
Yeah, I would always be grateful to Shamu for sending me that.
Yeah,
Formula
she's
One
great.
now, that is boring. Well, can't David have to
Oh,
watch it?
David, he's hitting hard today, isn't he? Are you going to still be doing your FIFA stuff, Dermot?
Yeah, I will be. Yeah, I'd
Come
still do the
on.
FIFA
I love
stuff
that
on here.
FIFA stuff.
Yeah.
Keeps when I've got my insomnia, I'm watching Dermot 2:00 in the morning.
Yeah, it never gets old. Tequila says later, Peter.
It
But
never
anyway,
gets
big up
old.
to everyone. We're back tomorrow at 4. Whatever you do, do you know what? No, I won't. I'll do it tomorrow. Whatever you do, enjoy the rest of your Tuesday afternoon. Come on, you Spurs in Ange we trust, and pick up the memberships on your way out. $2.99, $4.99. It does help us grow.